Good morning, children. Next topic is mixtures. Mixture consists of two or more substances, and these substances are present in any ratios or in any proportions. These substances do not undergo in the chemical changes or chemical reactions. These substances may be elements, compounds, or both. So here so many examples of the mixtures. We can take air, seawater, blood, milk, brass, bronze, German silver, cup syrup, sand mixed with the sodium chloride, sand mixed with the chalk powder. So here salt solution, sugar solution. So these are the so many examples of the mixtures. And if we take the example air, so air, this is the mixture, and in this mixture different type of gases are present, and these gases are carbon dioxide gas, nitrogen gas, oxygen gas. Many examples, many gases are present in that. So carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, argon, etc. Many gases are present in the air. And these gases do not undergo in the chemical change or chemical reactions. So that's why these gases exhibit their properties. So here mixture, on the basis of the state, we can divide into the solid mixture, liquid mixture, gaseous mixture. Solid mixture means in the solid form. Liquid mixture means in the liquid form. Gaseous mixture means in the gaseous form. So these are the examples, these are the states of the mixtures. And solid mixture means if we mix the sand and sodium chloride, means salt. And if we mix the sand and chalk powder, and we can take the brass, bronze. So these are the solid mixtures, because these are present in the solid form, means this appear as a solid. Liquid mixture means we can take the seawater, milk, blood. So these are the examples of the liquid mixtures. And gaseous mixtures means air. Different types of gases are present. So this is the gaseous mixture. Different type of gases are present, and this appear as a gaseous form. So we can say gaseous mixture. And after this, mixtures can also occur in the solution form. In the solution form, solution means one substance dissolved in another substance. So solution means once in the solution, one substance dissolved in another substance. So finally we can say solution. For example, if we dissolve the sugar, this is in solid form, and suppose that here this is the water, 1 glass of water, and if we dissolve the sugar in this water, so this sugar dissolve in another substance. Sugar substance dissolve in another substance, and finally this change into the solution form. So here totally dissolved in the particular substance. So one substance sugar, and the second substance here water. So sugar dissolved in water substance. So finally we can say this is the solution. This is the sugar solution after dissolving. And here the substance dissolved in another, that substance is called the solute. The substance dissolved in another substance, that substance dissolved is called the substance dissolved is called the solute. And this is called the solute, means sugar here solute. And another substance will be solvent. Solvent means the solvent has the capability to dissolve the substance. Means here this water has the ability to dissolve the sugar substance. So here that substance dissolved, we will say solute, and the particular substance in which the solute dissolved, the particular substance, we can say the substance in which the solute dissolved, we will say solvent. So here the substance means here water, the substance dissolved the solute means sugar. So this substance will be solvent. So here we can define these: the substance dissolved in another substance, the substance will be solute, and the substance in which the solute dissolved is called the solvent. So here if we dissolve the solute in the solvent, means totally mixed with each other, so we will get the here solution. So solution means here one substance completely dissolved in another substance. So here we can say solution. If we dissolve the sugar in water, so sugar completely dissolved in the water, and finally we will say sugar solution. And also we can dissolve the salt in the water, salt also dissolved in the water, so we will say after mixing we will say salt solution. So here these are the solutions. And after this mixture divided into the two parts. Homogeneous mixtures and heterogeneous mixtures. So here homogeneous mixture, first homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture has uniform constituents and properties throughout. So here homogeneous mixture means homogeneous mixtures has homogeneous mixture has uniform constituents and properties throughout. So here we can understand the homogeneous mixture. For example, here homogeneous mixture, we can say salt solution, sugar solution. So here if we take the sugar solution, salt solution, these are the examples. And how we can say homogeneous mixture? For making the salt solution or sugar solution, suppose that sugar solution you are making. So in the sugar solution, for making of sugar solution, we will dissolve the sugar in water. So here 1 glass of water, if we dissolve the 2 spoon of sugar, so after mixing we will say this is the sugar solution. So this is the example of homogeneous mixture. So here definition of the homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture has uniform constituents and properties throughout. Means same composition everywhere. In the simple way, we can say same composition everywhere. So we can say this is the homogeneous. How we can say? If we dissolve the sugar in water, so sugar completely dissolved in the water. Means same composition everywhere. Uniform composition means uniformly distribution of the sugar particle in the water. Uniform distribution of the sugar particles in the water, and this is called the same composition. Same composition everywhere. So here, suppose that here this part, here we can see this example here, uniform. So here I told homogeneous mixture. This is the sugar solution. Sugar solution. This is the example of homogeneous mixture. And homogeneous mixture, here we can say homogeneous mixture has uniform constituents and properties throughout. And we can understand this is the example of homogeneous mixture, sugar solution. Sugar solution, salt solution, these are the simplest example of the homogeneous mixture. And we can see here, after dissolving the sugar in water, this change into the solution form. And here we can say this solution has same composition everywhere. Means homogeneous mixture has uniform constituents and properties throughout. Means here the sugar particles completely dissolved in the water. Means we can say sugar uniformly distributed in the water. Same composition. Means same everywhere. And very simple way here, if you dissolve completely, so no sugar particles you can see. Means sugar particles completely dissolved in the water, and this change into the solution form, and sugar particles uniformly distributed in the water. Means in the same number of molecules of sugar present in everywhere. So in this way, if you taste the sugar solution from upper side, then you will get the sweet taste. And if you are taking the sugar solution from the bottom part, from the bottom region, so also you will get the same taste, same strength of the taste, because sugar particles completely dissolved in the water, same composition everywhere. So this is here we can say the sugar particles uniformly distributed in the water. Uniformly means same everywhere. Means suppose that here 10 particles of the sugar present here, so here also 10 particles of the sugar present here. Suppose at this region 10 particles of sugar present here, so this region also 10 particles of sugar present. This region also 10 particles of sugar present. Same everywhere, and this is called the homogeneous mixture. And sugar solution, salt solution, and potassium permanganate solution. So many examples of the homogeneous mixture. And after this, if you take the heterogeneous mixture, so here heterogeneous mixture means no any uniform distribution, no any uniform distribution of the particles. So here we can say heterogeneous mixture has heterogeneous mixture do not has any uniform constituents and properties throughout. So here no any uniform distribution of the particles, solid particles in the solvent, means here no any uniform distribution means no any same composition. So we will say heterogeneous mixture. For example, suppose that if you dissolve the sand particle in the water, sand particles in the water, so after some times the sand particles deposited at the bottom. So this is the example of heterogeneous mixture, because no any uniform distribution. If you mix the sand particles in the water, so after some time the sand particles settle down. So in this way, no any uniform distribution of particles. So here we cannot say this is the same composition everywhere. So here this is different composition, means two layers after dissolving the sand in water. After some time we will get the two layers, one layer of water and the second layer of the sand. So this is the example of heterogeneous mixture. If we dissolve the chalk powder in water, so this is also the example of heterogeneous mixture, because here chalk powder particles we will see on the upper side, on the upper part here. and down of this liquid means first chalk powder particle layer and the second water layer, and many examples of the heterogeneous mixtures. And after this, many examples we can see here. Milk. So milk, this is the example of heterogeneous mixture. I will tell after this. Heterogeneous mixture. So you understood here mixtures divided into the two types: homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous means uniform distribution, and heterogeneous means no any uniform distribution of the particles. And after this heterogeneous mixture, categorized into the two suspension and emulsion. So here heterogeneous mixture also subcategorized into the two suspension and emulsion. Suspension means here we can take the example suspension. If we dissolve the chalk powder in water, so chalk particles hanging in that water. Chalk particles hanging in the water. So this is the example of suspension. Suspension means hanging. So here if we dissolve the chalk powder in the water, so here chalk powder hanging in the water. So this is the example of suspension. So this is the example of heterogeneous mixture, we know that. And in this heterogeneous mixture we can subcategorize into the suspension. Suspension means particles hanging. And also we can take the example cup syrup. So cup syrup, this is also the example of here suspension, because in the cup syrup many particles are present and particles are hanging in that. So this is the reason on the cup syrup bottle written that shake well before use. So here shake well means if you want to use the cup syrup, so first of all you have to shake well, then you will use. Because suspension particles if you are keeping for some time, means for many days you are keeping the cup syrup, so suspended particles settle down. So this is the reason on the bottle written that shake well. So if you are keeping the cup syrup for many days, means for 1 month, 2 months, so here the particles, suspended particles settle down. So this is the reason on the bottle written that shake well before use. So here suspension means the particles hanging. So we can say suspension, and we can understand best example here chalk powder in water. If you mix the chalk powder in water, so we will see chalk powder particles hanging in the water. Hanging in the water. So this is the example of suspension. And after this emulsion, so this is also the heterogeneous mixture, and in this emulsion heterogeneous mixture, the best example emulsion we can say milk. Milk, this is the heterogeneous mixture. Paint, so this is also the example of heterogeneous mixture. So heterogeneous mixture, milk, paints, these are the examples of heterogeneous mixture, and these are categorized in the emulsion. So milk, if you see the milk, then you can say, how can we say this is the heterogeneous mixture? So this is heterogeneous mixture because in the milk water present, fat material present, means in the simple word we can say oil and water present. So how this is possible? Oil present in the water, means oil present in the water, Because we know that oil cannot mix in the water. Oil cannot mix in the water. But in the milk, fat means oil here present in the water. Oil particles distributed in the water. So this is the example of heterogeneous mixture. So if we take the example milk, so this is the heterogeneous mixture because here oil and water present, and we know that oil cannot mix in the water. So in this way, milk, this is the example of heterogeneous mixture, and we will subcategorize the milk in the emulsion, and milk we can say this is the example of emulsion. In the heterogeneous mixture, this is the example of emulsion category. So here, first of all, emulsion looks like the homogeneous form, looks like a homogeneous mixture, but originally this is heterogeneous mixture, emulsion. And we can take the example milk. Milk, this is the example of heterogeneous mixture because in the milk oily material and water present, these are present, so we can say heterogeneous mixture. And in the emulsion category we will take, so milk, this is the emulsion. So in the heterogeneous mixture we will say this is the example of emulsion. And also we can take the paint. So this is the example of emulsion. Sometime also you can see distemper paint on the bucket written, that is written emulsified paint. So here if you take the distemper paint, so on the bucket of the distemper paint written, we can see that emulsified paints. So this is the process in which that two different material, different nature material mix with each other, and this looks like the homogeneous mixture, but actually this is not homogeneous, actually this is heterogeneous mixture. So here we can take the example milk, paint. So these are the examples of the emulsion.